Hi, I'm Carrie from Wild Woodland Lavender Farm. Today I would like to get to processing some of the rhubarb that's growing in my garden. I want to make some jams, some syrups, some crisps, anything else that we feel like having from rhubarb. So it's growing, it's fresh from the garden, and got to get it used up. I have sold a few pounds to people in the community, and I have it listed again for sale, but I think I need to relist it and get some more of that sold. And the rest of it I need to put up in our own freezer or in our pantry. So I'm gonna go pick some. I got my basket. That's a little small for rhubarb. So I've got my basket. Well, that's a better basket, isn't it? But still, not good enough. I've got my basket. Let's go pick some rhubarb. When we were looking at this property to buy it, I could not believe the size of these rhubarb plants. I had rhubarb plants at my old house, but they didn't get this big, and the stalks on them were just amazing. So I'm ecstatic to have all this rhubarb. I actually have 4 plants. This I think is probably the biggest one, the tallest one, but we have another one back there behind the fence, and then there's 2 more up there. We're gonna have a lot of rhubarb. These stalks here are almost, or with the leaves anyway, they're about 3.5 feet tall. I'm 5'2", so you can see these are quite tall on me anyway. So if you've never harvested rhubarb before, it's quite easy. You don't need any extra tools. I know some people who will cut the stalks off, but that's not necessary at all. In fact, it's better for the plant if you don't use a knife to cut it. When you pull it from the stem and get all of it, it leaves it nice and clean and doesn't allow for pests to enter. When you cut it off, you're leaving a space for any kind of bugs to get down into the plant, and that's not a good thing. So I'll just show you real quick how easy it is to pull one of these off. You don't want to pull straight off. You want to kind of pull it counterclockwise. So I reach down close to the base of the stem, and then I just kind of turn it sideways. There you go, simple as that. And then you've got this nice end on it, so a lot of times if you cut it and you don't use it for a bit, the ends will start to kind of curl. With this, it doesn't do that at all. Keeps it nice and fresh. And then with the leaves, you can cut them off. I like to leave a little bit of the leaf on so that it doesn't do that curling thing at the top either. I just grab it and pull it off like that. Then you've got this nice sturdy stalk. I mean, look how big this is. My rhubarbs at home, at my old house, never got this big. This is humongous. This isn't even one of the thickest ones that I've seen. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work pulling up some of this rhubarb to use. One thing they say about when rhubarb is ready to harvest is when it's about as thick as your thumb, or maybe a little thicker. These come up thicker than my thumb is. You do want to be careful not to harvest too much from your plant at once, because it uses those leaves to gather energy for the root system. And so you always want to leave some, and then those leaves will mature, and as they're maturing, more leaves are coming up. So you just kind of take the mature leaves as they come and not harvest the whole plant. And I'll even leave some, like if they're showing a bit of stress, I probably should have just left this one. It's got some cracks in it, front and back, so I'm not going to use this one. I probably should have just left it on the plant, so that it can still gather energy for the roots, and then it would decay and the energy would go, or the nutrients would go back into the soil. it's huge. Another huge one. These are fantastic. I had worries that the bigger ones might be kind of tough, and later on in the season I did find that they did get a little tough, but I've been cutting some up this season and they're just nice and juicy and really delicious. I just wanted to show you what it's like down here where the stems come out. You see, I picked one from right here, and this is where the new leaves are coming out. So you just want to be careful how you're pulling things out so that you don't disturb the new leaves coming out. I wanted to give you a close-up look of how I tug on this when I harvest it. So you just grab it and then twist it counterclockwise, and there you go. And another one just so you can see. Again, grab it, twist it, and easy it comes. There you go, and it leaves the center part here ready to grow. Alright, I think I'm done harvesting from this bush or for now. But as you can see, there's still quite a lot left, and I could actually harvest a lot more from here. But I'm going to let the rest of this grow in some more, and in a couple weeks it'll be ready to harvest a lot more again. Even the leaves here can serve a purpose. They are poisonous. The leaves have a poisonous substance in them, I don't know, oxy something or other. It is not found in the stalks, just in the leaf part. But these leaves do come in handy. I like to layer them 2 or 3 leaves deep, and they can actually be a nice ground cover, a nice weed deterrent. So I'm just going to find a place around here to lay them down and cover up some weeds. And there I've just lined part of one of my aisles in my no-till garden, covering up the weeds, and maybe I won't have to weed there now. Oh, I'm done picking my rhubarb for now. We'll let it grow for another couple weeks or so, and then probably do another harvest at that point. But I just wanted to show you how much I got, and then maybe we'll weigh it and see how many pounds it equals. So let me show you here. Yeah. Did you think I was kidding when I went for the big basket? Oy, it's heavy. All right, any guesses on how many pounds this is? Go ahead and take a guess below while I get to weighing it. All right, after doing the weighing part, it turns out we have 42 pounds of rhubarb here. That's a lot of rhubarb to process. I have lots of good recipes that I want to try. So I'll probably be doing a series on different recipes you can do with rhubarb. I think it's not used enough in the culinary world. We need to use it more. So thanks for joining me in my garden this afternoon, today, this morning, whenever it was. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Hello everyone. I want to talk with you briefly about Going Gray in May. May is a month that's dedicated to raising awareness for brain cancer. For me, that means specifically the brain cancer of DIPG, which is diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. I know it's a mouthful. DIPG is a rare form of cancer. It's found in the center of the brain where it's inoperable, and there is no cure yet found for it. It mostly affects young kids, babies on up. Rarely affects maybe teenagers and young adults. I have seen a few cases of those, but mostly young kids. Juliana was one such kid. She's my pastor's daughter. She was 8 years old when she was diagnosed, and she did not survive to see 9. They searched worldwide for a cure. They had treatments in London, they had treatments in Mexico, but none of them worked, and they're still searching for a cure, and this was several years ago. Her family started a nonprofit organization, teamjuliana.org is where you can go to learn more about this cancer, and I'll also post a link to a video that they have put out that talks about this cancer, and it's their own daughter, Juliana, talking about it and sharing facts about DIPG. So please learn more about brain cancer, learn more about DIPG, and share it with somebody, and even support the funding for research for this awful, awful cancer. Thank you so much. Bye.